Are you planning to go scuba diving in Sri Lanka? Do you have questions regarding water condition and dive shops in Sri Lanka? Do you want to know when to go Sri Lanka for scuba diving? My name is Bhupender and I am a PADI certified advanced scuba diver. I have been diving since 2016 and dived in some of the most exotic places like Mexico, Maldives, Raja Ampat to name few. In this video, I will tell you everything about my diving experience in Sri Lanka. So let's get started. Did you know Sri Lanka is one of the best and cheap place for shipwreck dives? With over 200 shipwrecks spread all across this tiny island country, along with some fairly decent reefs, Sri Lanka should be your next to go scuba dive destination. You can basically scuba dive any time of the year. It's interesting to know the season alternates in Sri Lanka. There are two major regions for scuba diving here, East and West Coast. And since season alternate in Sri Lanka, you can basically dive any time of the year. Dive season in East Coast run from May to September and in West from November to March. Since I went during the month of February, I chose Hikkaduwa in West Coast region as my scuba diving base. Hikkaduwa is a small coastal town, 3 hours drive from Colombo airport. There are only one main road in the town and it runs parallel to the beach. You can easily rent a scooter for almost 500 Sri Lankan rupees a day and go out exploring in any direction. The benefit of doing this will be that you will end up discovering some secluded beaches and amazing coffee shops like Thambil. I will get into scuba diving details in a while, but before that, I want to give you few more information about Hikkaduwa and Sri Lanka. The first main thing to remember is clothing. Sri Lanka is highly regarded as a religious and culturally rich country. You are required to dress up respectfully while leaving beaches. Signs like these are very common to find. One more interesting fact about south coast of Sri Lanka is that majority of attractions here are natural and of course free. Hikkaduwa has hundreds of accommodation options to choose from. Depending on my budget, I chose Shami's Place. It's a beautiful family-run Airbnb, aptly located near the main road, yet secluded from the hustle and bustle of the road noise. Apart from fantastic staff and location, Shami's Place is also famous for their various specialty food nights event. You do have to have little patience because all the food is freshly prepared and trust me, everything tasted yum. Like anywhere else in the world, food can be really expensive or inexpensive. It all depends on you. If you want to experience Sri Lanka completely, then do experience local flavors. You can easily spot family-run stalls like this. You have options of various vegetarian and non-vegetarian home-cooked items, and the entire buffet cost only $2. I love the food so much that I ended up coming here every day. Apart from water activities, this area also have multiple sightseeing options like Turtle Hatchery, River Safari, Buddhist Monastery, Tsunami Museum to name few. But in my opinion, a day trip to a nearby port town Galle is a must. Established by Portuguese more than 400 years ago, Galle Fort is a delight to wander around. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is packed with art and crafts galleries, restaurants and cafes. For a memorable coffee experience, don't forget to check out Royal Dutch Cafe's Cinnamon Coffee. In and around Hikkaduwa, there are many boutique and art galleries. Make sure you visit Saffron Art Gallery. Now, let's talk about scuba diving. Hikkaduwa is a prime spot for scuba diving in southwest of Sri Lanka, known for its historic shipwrecks and unique rock formations. There are multiple dive shops around where you can easily walk in and inquire about various daily trips and scuba diving courses. For my dives, I went with Poseidon. The cost of scuba diving varies from $70 to $200 depending upon the dive zone and dive interest, though the average cost of 2 boat dives with full gear rentals is approximately $75. But if you have your own gear and if you want to do more dives, any dive shop will give you good discount. For total 10 dives, I managed to get a discounted deal of $330. Most of the dive operators have small boats to accommodate 8 to 10 divers, and almost all the dive sites are within 10 to 45 minutes from the shore. For centuries, Sri Lanka was prominently across Central Asian shipping route. According to recent studies, there are around 200 shipwrecks spread all around Sri Lanka. Some are even more than 500 years old. Now let's get into each one of them. Dive site number 1, SS Conch. SS Conch is the most visited shipwreck in this region. Built in 1892, this 330-ton oil tanker is lying in a depth of less than 15 meters. This site is filled with grouper, angelfish and all other types of reef fish. And the most fun part is you can enter a section of cabin from one side and leave from the other. As a responsible scuba diver, please be mindful of the surrounding and avoid entanglement. You can spend hours exploring oil barrels, transmission parts and anchors, but be careful not to cut yourself. Dive site number 2, Earls of Shaftesbury. This is another 1893 wreck scattered all over the flat sandy terrain at 15-meter depth. This is a fun and easy dive point. On a good day you can spot stingrays, schools of snappers and porcupine fish. Come with a good underwater camera. You can take some nice wide-angle shots here. Apart from wrecks, you should also check out some of these crazy rock formation dive sites like Kuragala Point. With a depth of 40 meters, this dive is only for advanced open water diver or deep divers. These rocky formations just feels like skyscraper in a small city. And the residents here are moray eel, angelfish, lobsters, lionfish and etc. Since it's a deep dive, my recommendation is that you dive with a dive computer. Black Coral Point. Pretty tree-like corals are in abundance here. Being closer to the shore, this dive site is very easily accessible. And then there are other dive sites like Tunatala, Silver Point, Godagala, Sunilgala with good amount of marine life and medium visible condition. If you aren't a certified scuba diver, don't worry, it's a great place to get your license. With multiple authorized dive shops around, pristine beaches and sandy days, you will be tempted to try out scuba diving at least once. If you aren't a scuba diver yet and you are considering scuba diving, then please keep at least these few points in mind. Number 1, it's not advisable to fly right after scuba diving. Ensure at least 18 to 24 hours of surface time after your last dive. Point number 2, don't go for scuba diving if you have severe cold or intoxicated. Point number 3, paying dive shop for your underwater pictures and videos might look expensive, but those photos and videos will be a great way to keep memories of your very first dive. After intense days of scuba diving, my recommendation to you will be just to chill by the beach and go snorkeling with turtles. But please be mindful not to touch or feed them. You can also take a short train ride to a nearby town. I am sure you have seen multiple Instagram photos of people doing some insane things in trains. I find it completely stupid and dangerous no matter what the claims. You should also check out some beautiful unique jungle Airbnb like this one. Surrounded with lush green forest, these sustainable cottages were for only $50 a night, and that too with this amazing set of breakfast. Last but not the least, just before you go towards your next destination or go back to your home, make sure that you pamper yourself by getting authentic Sri Lankan Ayurvedic massage here in this massage center.
I hope you found this video informative. If you have any questions related to this video or if you want to know anything about scuba diving, do leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I will see you on the next video. Until then, ciao.